427 supercharged engine, putting out about 600 horsepower. About 1,000 pounds lighter than the Virginia Giant. Virginia Giant through the cars, no problem at all. There goes Hot Stuff. Jeff Boehner out of Yakima. Boehner gets through a little bit faster. Short wheelbase can turn real fast. Boehner sets up for the cars. The Hot Stuff machine on the far, but here comes the Virginia Giant, hits the cars first, and just flies right through them, drops off there at the end, but gets through, and it is the Virginia Giant.
13 years of racing finesse, one out.
A tough break for Hot Stuff. Boehner was faster between the cars, but then seemed to slow down once he hit those cars. $100,000 Corvette Flame Red Hot Stuff there on the right. The Virginia Giant out of Winchester, Virginia. There's a good shot at him.
No expense was spared on that truck, and the way it handles and the way it stays together, you can tell he built a mean truck.
Let's take a look here now and watch what happens with Hot Stuff. The Jeep, one of the few Jeep monster trucks or monster cars in existence, gets completely up in the air and then drops back down. Weighs almost 7 tons. And that's, they can feel that in Japan when he lands. 4-wheel steering. There, the Virginia Giant.
Great shot of his blue light behind his front bumper there. A beautiful truck.
Yeah, you've got to remember now, the other cars have been crushed by the 2 previous monster trucks, so it's a little easier to get through them. Virginia Giant takes home the bacon.
He's real proud of those aluminum wheels that we're going to get a quick shot of there.
It's a beautiful machine, and again, as we said, virtually hand-built, front and rear steering. They can get up to around 55, 60 miles an hour on the freeway, but they don't do that very often. They're built more for low-end grunt. Tremendous amount of torque. Okay, lining up now, and this is round-robin competition, and we go up now against Bigfoot. Bigfoot against the Virginia Giant. This is going to be interesting, Margo King.
Now, it's interesting the fact that these monster trucks are battling each other at this stage of the competition. The main goal, to have a chance to compete against the bear tracks, the tank truck that we haven't seen yet. Right,
we had a shot of it earlier. We're going to see a lot more of it later. If you've never seen it, ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned, because it will flat blow you away. There's Bigfoot, the most famous monster truck of them all. Bob and Marilyn Chandler out of St. Louis, Missouri, built their first one back in the early 70s. And they have become millionaires because of their trucks.
They've come a long way to the truck we've got now. It's a 1988 Ford F-250 with a 460 blown with 2 Predator carburetors sitting up top.
This is Virginia Giant on this side, the near lane, and on the far side, the Bigfoot machine. Jim Kramer doing the driving. Kramer, a very, very professional and experienced driver, and Kramer puts the power to the ground, comes back around through the mud, up on the cars, and it is Bigfoot in control at this point, Margo.
And technically, Bigfoot had the shorter route, and because they don't make 2 laps, that definitely helped him win this event.
So Bigfoot takes on and takes the bacon over the Virginia Giant. So Bigfoot has won the first 2 events here in the Seattle Kingdome. In serving notice, he is the truck to beat tonight. And the crowd loves him. You got to say, there's Kramer waving to the crowd. Another look. This is Bigfoot. Look at Kramer looking out the side. He can't see through the windshield because it's up too far. It almost goes over. Margo, the trucks are having a problem. They're almost going off the side and flipping.
Well, it depends on how the cars were originally crushed, because just like in the mud bog event, you can actually get a track pushed into those cars.
Yep. Another look at Bigfoot. Look at him turn those American sedans into junk. Instant junk. Wheel spinning, front and rear wheel drive. Another look at the Virginia Giant.
And when the drivers hit those cars hard, they get a lot of air, great for the crowd, but sometimes they sacrifice their line through the cars there.
That's right, and also sacrificing parts on the machines. Look at that wild and crazy ride. And Kramer takes it home. Beautiful. What a wild E-coupon ride in that machine. That's wild and crazy. So Bigfoot comes out on top. And coming up, ladies and gentlemen, the second round of down and dirty mud bog action. Don't you dare go away. Motorsports, I'm Larry Huffman with Margo King. And coming up now, the second round of down and dirty mud bog action. This is Captain America, Mike Wilkes. He won the first round by default when the other machine he went up against failed to start. So Captain America coming out for the first time actually running, going up against the beautiful young lady from British Columbia, Sand Savage, driven by Dorothy Cheech. And you can tell Captain America's never run before, right, Margo? Look at that. He's clean.
He doesn't need to be wiped off.
No, not at all. The lady, the inside lane, and Captain America on the far lane. Second round now. They're going for some Some points toward the finale right now. There we go. And there's Captain America launching off beautifully. Gets through it all the way, no problems whatsoever. By about a car length, Captain America takes it home.
That Keith Black motor of his put the power to the top of the mud, and it disappointed Dorothy right there.
Right, that engine on the Captain America, 1,500 horsepower blown and injected. Look at him put the power to the mud as a flagman scrambles off the track. I want you on the front of that machine, Captain America. He got her, I'll tell you. And here's Dorothy.
A great job of driving. Those ruts were playing havoc with throwing her machine from one side of that pit to the other, but she keeps it between the starting gate poles. That's real important. Knock one of those down and you're out.
Very difficult, too. Let's take another look at it. Again, Captain America, look at the spew of mud. He's throwing up 30, 40 feet in the air. And about a car length distance there at the end. Coming up next, Deja Vu. Ken Jobin, the driver, had an easy time in the first round. Let's see what he can do now. Deja Vu will go up against Jumpin' Jack Flash, Bob Moran. He's out of Renton, Washington. That's Jumpin' Jack Flash on the inside, the far side, Deja Vu.
CJ7 against CJ7.
Jumpin' Jack Flash launches off the line, gets a little bit better bite coming out of it. Very even so far, and he gets through. Look out! Oh, Deja Vu takes off the finish. Finds himself facing backwards as he flipped. I hope we got a shot of that pole going, because he turned into instant kindling.
All poles should go away that easy.
Oh, I'm telling you, he said, yeah, I'm okay. Now watch him now. This is Deja Vu. He loses control in about the last 10 feet. Look at the finish line pole on the left of your screen. Gets over sideways and rips it down. He ducks his head instinctively and spins around, and he's stopped. Jumpin' Jack Flash gets off the line a little bit clearer, a little cleaner. Rocking and rolling through the mud, but controlling the power. Now gets sideways, but makes it through.
There's a regular chicane in the middle of that particular lane.
One more time. Watch the car on the left. He has problems earlier. I said the last part, but he gets right there toward the start, gets a little crossed up, and takes that pole right out.
Had the makings of a great race.
Well, coming up next, the Bandit 2, Dion Anderson. Another Jeep going up against CJ5, Steve Loesch. Loesch out of Kent, Washington. Bandit 2 out of Montana. That's Bandit 2, and there's the launch, and Bandit 2 gets off first. CJ5 is left at the gate. Again, if you go take that pole out, you're disqualified.